The judge said that this murder was one of the most heinous crimes ever committed. Brenda gave Mark, Keith, David, Jimmy, and Tony a ride out to a secluded barn out on Auburn Farms. They piled up a bunch of dry wood and broken pieces of lumber, and they started a huge bonfire. As the fire grew, they decided to tear an old barn door off its rusty hinges. They then placed it on the ground near the fire and began using it as their makeshift altar. Then they pressured Tony to lie down on the altar and promised him that they would do a ritual with him. They passed around a few strands of rope and tied each of his limbs to the door frame. He calmly told the guys that he wasn't comfortable with continuing the ritual, and he demanded that they untie him and let him up. But instead, they gagged him with a cloth so he couldn't make any more noise. They each began passing around the knife and carving satanic symbols and inverted crosses into his chest and stomach. The gag in his mouth muffled his screams as they did it. Jimmy leaned down to Tony's ear and whispered, "Are you ready to die?"